Tosin Adarabioyo to Chelsea, let's go! Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to do a deep dive on Chelsea's newest signing, Tosin Adarabioyo. So I'm going to look at the deal because it seemingly has come a bit out of nowhere, and then take a look at his background, how he grew up and formed himself in football and his playing career, and then take a look at his strengths and weaknesses, where he fits into this Chelsea side, and how I think he's going to be as a signing. First up, let's talk a little bit about this deal. So Chelsea signed Tosin Adarabioyo from Fulham on a free transfer for a 4-year contract, so it's a nice little bit of business. And Chelsea actually thought that this deal was dead up until early to mid last week, because they had their search focused on a new head coach appointment, and then once Maresca was signed, that allowed them to shift their focus over onto this deal. Newcastle were heavily linked with the defender, but the option of being able to stay in London and play European football really helped to sway Tosin in our favor. So who is Adarabioyo? He actually grew up with 2 older brothers, and he was constantly playing football with them, so he was used to playing with people that weren't his age, that were better than him, and that helped him to form his mentality and just challenge himself and continue to grow. At just 14 years old, he was already 6'1" and already would feature for the Man City under-18 team, and then at 16 he stepped into his first team sessions with Man City and went on to make his debut at 18, funny enough, at Stamford Bridge. After a few first-team appearances for Man City, he went on loan to West Brom and Blackburn Rovers in order to try to improve the defensive side of his game. He then returned to Man City and realized that he wasn't going to get the playtime that he wanted in order to develop, so he signed for Fulham in 2020. Adarabioyo went on to become one of the key components of that Fulham side and made 132 appearances for them. Under Marco Silva, he was key to the team's success, and he said, "The way he can defend the box but also on the ball, he is a special player. The way I want to play, the way he can build from the back." So why have Chelsea signed Tosin? We have so many central defenders: Disasi, Fofana, Colwill, Chalobah, Gilchrist as well. So why have we signed another one? Well, we do have a spot open for the departed Thiago Silva, so that's one reason. And as I was doing my research for this video, he has so many strengths. He really seems to fit into this Maresca system. Have a video out on that if you haven't watched it. I'll link it above. But he has so many strengths, so let's get into them. First off, one of the most important parts of the Maresca system is just having the ability to be comfortable on the ball for the defenders, because he wants to be able to build out from the back, and Tosin definitely has that. He has the ability to find line-breaking passes and to move the ball forward, and in the 22-23 and 23-24 season, he ranked highly for progressive passes as well as carry and dribble volume. His height is also a massive advantage for him. He's at 6'5", and last season he won over 67% of his aerial duels. That's definitely an area that Chelsea have struggled in. I mean, there's not much you can do if your team isn't that tall, but it helps you to defend set pieces, and then it also allows you to attack set pieces on the other end of the pitch. And Chelsea notoriously don't have a very tall back line, and we have been conceding a lot of goals from set pieces, so hopefully his aerial presence is going to be a massive help in that regard. It also prevents the attack from throwing long balls over the top, because he does have that aerial presence as well, so he can get rid of all of that danger. Given how tall he is, he actually has a high level of coordination, and his turns and tackles are really well executed. He also has really long tackle reach just because he's so massive, so that allows him to deal with pacier attackers as well, so that he can reach the ball, basically covering more ground than somebody shorter might be able to do. He also reads the game really well, so he's really adept at reading the attack and positioning himself accordingly, and just sniffing out the danger and putting it out before it creates danger, and just intercepting the ball and making sure that it's cut out before it reaches its target. He also has really good positioning, so he's not often caught out of position. And then another plus for Chelsea was that he's comfortable and used to playing in this high defensive line. So when looking at his weaknesses or things that he could work on. I actually had quite a difficult time. Like, there's not so much information out there, so if any of you guys are Fulham fans or have watched him week in, week out and know, please do let me know. The only thing that I could find was that sometimes he could be a bit slow, so maybe he could get caught out by pacier attackers. So teams with quick forwards might try to exploit this, but again, his positioning is so good that that doesn't tend to be a problem. But that's really all I could find. So where does he fit into Chelsea? So he's gonna slot into that right center back spot. So I think it would be him and Fofana really battling for that spot. It'll be interesting to see kind of who we go with. And from all that I've researched and read about him and seen, it seems like a really positive signing for Chelsea. Sign him on a free, so it's a good bit of business, and he looks like he could be a really strong asset to the team. So I'm personally really looking forward to seeing how he can fit in. So yeah, I was wondering why we were going for a defender, to be honest, because I felt like we have Chalobah, we have Fofana, I felt like we had coverage in those areas. But looking at him, like, I quite like this bit of business. Didn't pay a fee for him, so that's great, and it will at the end of the day create more competition for that spot. So I'm excited to see how he gets on. And yeah, I would give this, I don't know, like a solid B+. Like, maybe could even be upgraded to an A depending on how crucial he becomes for Chelsea. What do you guys make of this signing? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment box below. If you liked this video, if you like my content, definitely make sure to sub to the channel and turn on those bell notifications. Drop it a like, interact, all that good stuff really helps. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever time you're watching this, and until next time, I'm out. Bye.